Banter fam, good morning.
Let that bitch go.
You're looking at the Bitcoin dominance chart, and it is looking good. It just broke through that trend line, and that does mean that the alts are going to be running. But which alts are going to be running? That is what we're going to be talking about today. So welcome back. I'm Crypto Man Ran. We are here 3 times a day on the days when Fred doesn't go for dinner, and twice a day on the days where Fred does go for dinner. We plan our shows against Fred's social schedules. Today we will do a third show. Yesterday we didn't do one because Fred had dinner again, but today we will do one. We will do another microdose. So if you're new to our show, welcome. Subscribe to our channel, like our videos, like our content, join the family, be part of this amazing community, this community, smiling community, because everyone's making money now. And I know there were salty people in the past, but I think they're less salty now because if you just apply what we tell you, so don't take parts of what we tell you, take everything of what we tell you. And we tell you 2 things. If you're trading, take stop losses. And even when the market goes down, you will lose money, but you will lose less money. Everyone will lose money except those that actually short. And we don't recommend shorting quite yet. For the rest of you, you got to zoom out. You can't take the market on one day and say, oh no, we're down. Hold. If you would have held, you're back in the money now on most tokens. And if you would have bought when we told you to buy, guess what? Now I'm officially double your money, man ran. If you look at the portfolio, this portfolio is called the recovery portfolio. We gave this portfolio to you on the 21st of July. Today's date is 11th of August. The year-to-date returns, or it's not year-to-date, it is returns to date. We should change that, is 106%. And the kind of portfolio that this is, it's a balanced portfolio. It's not too risky. It's not the type of portfolio you'd put your mother in, unless your mother is a degen, but it is it's a balanced portfolio. Sheldon's mom is in that portfolio, but Sheldon's mom is a degen, so she's allowed to be in that portfolio. So now it's officially double your money, man ran. Today, later on the show, we're going to be talking about exactly that. We're going to be talking about the next portfolio and when to take profits. And we're going to talk about that later today. Also, how to make money, because this bull run isn't going to last forever. That's the truth of it. Anyway, let's not waste time. We're 3 minutes in. Smash like, smash subscribe. Let's get Sheldino on the stream. Sheldino.
Yo, what's up?
Let's get straight into it. Yesterday, you called DOGE, and yes. I called GERO.
And I called Cardano.
Oh, hold on. Just do this.
Give the brother some recognition when it's deserved.
So, Fred and
who gave you the DOGE call?
You and Fred called DOGE. Can you please call up DOGE? Can you please bring DOGE?
Okay, we got to give a little bit more time.
We are going to laugh. Anyway. I just want to quickly say something. Do you remember the time with Trias? Remember when the partnership between Sheldon and Fred go on? Do you remember that, Ran?
Oh, is there
another one? It's going to be another one.
There's a similar build-up happening. Ran slightly doubting the play, but he'll come in. He'll come in at about 45 cents, I think.
Okay, yesterday you guys said buy DOGE. I said I'm not buying DOGE. Over my dead body am I buying DOGE? Actually, I didn't say that. I said you can buy DOGE. I'm just not buying it. What are you guys up to today? Just as I think it's 3.51%, or what is it? It looks like 3.5.
It's about 6% up since yesterday, but the breakout hasn't happened. The breakout has not happened.
All that matters is that we called it just before that big green candle.
We will come back. Please record this, Fred.
Okay, hold on. So you guys are up a whopping 3.46%.
Yes.
Okay, now can we get down
to trend yet? No. What about these, Ran? What about the next ones? What about our Cardano breakouts?
How much is your Cardano
lovely daily? Have those.
How much is your Cardano up? How much is your Cardano up?
21%.
Since yesterday?
Yes.
Maybe show him your super call, Sheldon. I remember you called super. Was it yesterday or the day before?
I've been calling super for a while. Super, we're calling all the way from the early things.
Okay. Now do me a favor. Okay, no. Now do me a favor. Go to Ran's Coins. Can you please, on the screen right now in front of everyone, can you please go to a token called GERO. It's spelled G-E-R-O. Go to G-E-R-O. Just go onto the screen. Oh, I didn't even notice that. What percentage would that be?
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
No, but get it
64%.
64%. Oh, that's
No,
very good.
we called the breakout last night. We called it at 20. Yeah, at the breakout is when we're calling it. Remember?
64%. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, I see Irina's back. Welcome back, Irina. Is Irina back? Because you know that she's got a, you know, she won an NFT yesterday. We just gave her an NFT because she's part of the fam. There was another call that I think I made yesterday on the show. I think it was called Donkey. I think it was was it called Donkey?
Donkey.
I think it was called Donkey. I think it was called Donkey.
Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So anyone that's not here.
Let's just have a look at Donkey. I mean, I think I may have called it yesterday on the show. Not sure. Not sure.
Donkey donks. 45 cents.
Okay, but let's just see what happened since yesterday. Oh, cool. It went up. Guys, remember, these are very risky. The ones I called are very risky. That is why they're going up.
Smaller parts of your portfolio, guys.
I see that before we start there was someone who said that they saw that the Coty bird came. Little birdie came. Yes, there was a Coty bird. I'm going to tell you guys what the Coty bird said. Don't ape into it yet until you hear what the bird actually said. Let us get into it first. Don't front run us. All right, Sheldon, let's talk about important stuff. Let's go into the BTC dominance, because I guess that's the chart of the day today, right?
Definitely, buddy. And obviously looking where Bitcoin is, seeing where we're sitting, Ethereum slowing down, which was expected. And obviously the rest of alts are absolutely crashing it now. And this is what we needed. Remember, we've been calling it.
Before you go, can we just talk about something quickly?
Yes.
Just say Ethereum.
Ethereum.
Okay, so it's Ethereum. It's not Ethereum. It's Ethereum.
Also, Sheldon, quickly say Ruin.
Ruin. Ruin.
Love it.
Well, let's get into it. Let's see what is happening. So obviously Bitcoin dominance breaking out. Rand, we've been talking about it. It's working beautiful to our plan. A test, a push, a breakdown. Bitcoin slow down. We don't need Bitcoin to pump anymore. We don't need it we need it to just relax and stay in this range. We literally came just slightly under 200 MA yesterday. We held it. We are now bouncing on the 200 MA. So we know the importance of holding this 200 MA and going through on history. We can see by holding it, it's massive bull tinglies that are coming back into play here. So Bitcoin's still on par. We still want to hold this 200 MA. We still want to go sideways as well as we break this dominance. And we know that my tinglies are going off. I'm starting to get those tingles. And we know that the break of this dominance, the only thing that will continue this is Bitcoin holding its ground. So Bitcoin holds its ground. We're going to have the continuation down. What's lovely now, guys, is now whenever we get a breakdown, we know now the alts are now coming into play. And all we do is we track the resistance, and we will know how long until either a pullback, either a BTC pump, we will know. But for now, it is alt time. As we can see, a lot of the alts are moving. And having a look at our Ethereum to Bitcoin. This is good. Now, what I've done now on the 4-hour, I've created another 4-hour wedge, which you can see we're playing out now. So Ethereum is looking really, really good because the breakout of this, remember what we're using Ethereum, we should have got a lot of entries at the $2,000, $2,200 region. For now, we're obviously patient for any longer term entries, for any little dips. We know that the market, it's going to pump 50%. You are going to have a 10, 15% pullback at some point. I don't think it's just yet. I think the alts still need to go a lot more. But as long as our leading alt is doing what it needs to do, it's a good thing for the whole actual alt market. So we have a nice bull flag forming here. The breakout of this bull flag, I do see us going testing this resistance over here and even up to the top over here. So Ethereum to Bitcoin, I still see Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin quite a bit, even on the short term, next week or two, a nice 17, 20% on that. So that just gives us a good view for the whole alt market in general. And looking at the Ethereum dominance, guys, remember why we go through this every day. Trading is not just about choosing a coin. It's about going through the whole market, seeing where the dominance is, seeing where Ethereum dominance is, see whether the pairs are playing out, and then putting it all together and knowing where it's safe, what category to be trading, and using it all together. So Ethereum dominance is still strong on par, and I'm still sticking to this where I see the Ethereum dominance moving all the way to the 25% mark. which is huge. Means that Ethereum's on a lot of catch up. And I'm kind of getting a little bit of a feeling now that where we're sitting in the market now, remember, Ran, what happens usually? Bitcoin goes first, then major alts. I got a feeling it's going to happen different this time. I got a feeling Bitcoin is going to end off this bull run. This is where I'm changing it. Usually we have the alt cycle, and I would like to record this, but something is changing a bit different. The alts, I do have a feeling on it. I do. I think the alts are going to be the ones that go. Think about it. Why does Bitcoin go first? Bitcoin goes first, bring liquidity into the pool, then diversify it into the alts, right? Which means there are hundreds and thousands of alts that Bitcoin then gets diversified. Now, wouldn't it be better for a higher Bitcoin if the whole alt market goes first and then all that money is diversified back into Bitcoin? Is that not going to be a better scenario to plan for Bitcoin to get that 200 or that 500,000 Bitcoin?
After thinking about it for like a second, I think you may be right. And that's why I say take profits into Bitcoin, not on your Bitcoin. I think when the market collapses, it could be the time for people to put their money into Bitcoin, right?
Exactly. So that's what we're doing now. We're riding the alts, and there's going to be a stage where we're going to turn the alts into Bitcoin, ride the Bitcoin wave, and go from that. So, oh, Jimmy. Is that Jimmy? There's Jimmy over there. So what's up, Jimmy? Told you there was a Jimmy.
Just kidding. We got you guys. That really isn't Fred, but we got you.
It's Jimmy. So,
exposed.
So just for those of you that don't know, that's Jimmy. For those of you that actually thought that was me sitting at the table last time. So I'm going to mute Jimmy, and I'm going to mute Ran, and this is Fred. So thank you. Goodbye.
Brilliant. So let's. So what's up, Jimmy? So yo. Oh, whose hand is that? I see you still muted there, Ran. Okay, let's jump back in here. Let's get going with things now, guys. Let's have a look. Let's see where we are sitting in the market now. So the alts are going crazy. Having a jump back quickly to the total 2. We are about to break a very key resistance on total 2. So everything is still showing, a lot of things are showing alts, because from this, I see us going to this range over here, which is good because if we have a look, 22%, we're looking at $250 billion that can be shifted into obviously the alt market, which is huge. So where we're looking at that, it's on par. And obviously the total 2 is really starting, the total market cap is really starting to hit that strong waves like we were getting in the previous run. So definitely the tingles are coming back. The problem is we've been fighting our asses off for these entries. You guys should be in a lot of them now. What is next? What else can we be looking at? For the ones that you have missed, you need to be patient with them. And the ones that I'm looking at now, which are still good. Guys, I am still, even in a bit more patience, I still have a tingly feeling that Doge, I'm not saying I'm holding it for a long term, but the break of this resistance, I do see a quick shift from Doge going to 44. And we've seen how this plays out, especially with the ICP trade. We can see how key it is, and exactly the same as GERO yesterday. GERO, we're talking about this very key level where you have a nice resistance in play, which you can see there's a point, and the breakout is always key. And you can see now if we jump into Doge, there's the point, and a breakout of that will be strong acceleration. If there is a small pullback at any point, this is also a nice little top up there. So Doge, I'm still pretty keen on. Kusama, we got beautifully yesterday, and there is a nice little entry that we can still be looking at. I see that's still drawn up. Let me just get this one. I will get that Kusama chart sorted there for everyone. But if we have a look here, guys, what has happened with Kusama now? Kusama has only just broken that. We just saw exactly the same thing with ADA. There's ADA. Do you see this? Do you see these breakout trends that we want to be buying out? Where we have the test, coming out of accumulation sideways phase. And we can see that Kusama is still in that zone where we are only just breaking it now. So Kusama is still a good entry to be getting into, because reason being is we know that when we have a lot of red on the one side, we know how easy price can really accelerate to those zones, especially when there's not much resistance in play. So where we're sitting now, it's this little resistance here. After that zone, strong acceleration. So Kusama is still a big one for me. Let's have a look. Kusama was big. Theta just about to break 200.
CoinPanel.
Yes.
CoinPanel.
I got you.
CoinPanel.
Having a look. Okay, next one, guys. It's gone. I'm very annoyed. But I can have a small test today. It sucks with these times. We try get the times right, but this is still early. This is still good. We'll see how quickly accelerate, but you can see exactly that. We're coming out of the sideways phase, Matic on its way, and it's on its way strong. So I do see Matic going to 1.5, 1.6. If it's a longer term hold that you're looking at, a 3-month, 6-month hold, it's still a good place to be laddering in. You're still getting it at a good price. If it's a shorter term trade, if we can get a small pullback into the buy zone, it will be better, but we do know how quickly we can accelerate here once we start breaking out of these channels. So Matic is still a big one, and obviously another big one that we are just only breaking now is obviously Super. I see this one.
Super made an announcement that they're launching their game soon, if I remember correctly. So this one could have more legs. If you look at the chart, it's got that same chart that all the ones with promise have got. So you go zoom out and you'll see it's got that like almost like the cup starting to form. So the accumulation and now only starting to rise. Super's been as high as $4.
So if we have a look there, if I draw, it's very clear that you're running a channel. So you have the dump off, you have the channel, and the big breakout. So we are able to catch the early wedge breakout first. And obviously the true acceleration comes when we break through that, because where's the next resistance? There we go. So the first one, 1.5, second one, 2.1. We had 80 cents now. So that's a good 70, 80%. Remember, guys, all of these, GERO, DFYN, C3, these run in the 20%, the 10%, the smaller parts of your portfolio, bigger gains, small amounts of money to put in, and obviously the big shopping list, your Cardanos, your dots, and that takes a bigger portion of your portfolio. So for now, everything has moved. I can't believe this, Axie. I'm quite shocked. I did draw a nice little fib to see where Axie can be going. And you can see we've just hit the 618 to 786. So this is usually rejection zone, but we know the 618 is also, the 1618 is also big. So 120 possibly, definitely no buys, but anyone that does have Axie, you've made some insane gains.
Fred has Axie.
What are you thinking of FTT, bud? Look at this.
Not enough
FTT is 18% away. 18% away from recovery.
Ran said yesterday on Run Show. Run said buy FTT. It was at we said it was at 40.
That was a great call.
41, 42. I said you buy FTT. This is huge. The news of Kevin O'Leary in FTT. People don't understand how big that news actually is, because you've got a spokesperson who talks to all the hedge funds and all the institutions, and he's an ambassador for FTT. Just think about that. Just think about what
the community have been asking for another shopping list, which is pretty much what we've been talking about today.
So the next pullback will have
outside of the recovery list. I think let's start building the community a new.
We will on the next pullback. The next pullback, we're gonna have a whole brand new list. Of course we are. We're just looking what's still available.
So look at this. So we're gonna do the following. We're gonna be a bit more structured in our portfolios. You can see that now every portfolio has a name. It's got a date created. It's got a returns, and I think we must add in one more column which says holding period, which says basically how long must you hold this portfolio for, as opposed to is this a short-term or a long-term portfolio? The reason why I've been hesitant to give you guys a portfolio is because I know that you guys are looking for something short-term, and short-term the markets run. If I were to give you a holding period for a year or 2 years, then I'm happy to give you guys a portfolio today. But the short-term ones, I can only give you calls like I gave you yesterday, where I told you Charlie 3, GERO, Donkey, FTT. I said FTT. We said FTT is much better than Binance. So
we can clearly see that on the charts.
Much better than Binance. I said it to you guys yesterday. FTT is the new Binance. FTT is the new Binance, and they're doing it in a regulated way. Tom Brady's on board. Kevin O'Leary's on board. So they're getting all these real world people to start talking about crypto. They're sponsoring the Miami Arena. They're sponsoring sports teams. What FTT is about to pull off, people, you buy it and you put it into your long-term portfolio. You call that my children's university fund, and that's it. You forget about it. And you look at it again, like when Jason Calacanis looked at his Uber shares. I don't know if I showed you this yesterday, but I'm going to keep coming back to this story, because for me, this is the biggest lesson we can ever learn in our lives. And the lesson is around the initial investors in Uber. And we showed this yesterday, but people who put in, Jason CALACANIS, put in $25,000. Now, just so you understand, $25,000 for him is like going to dinner, okay? His flights to Italy must have cost him more than that. And that $25,000 when Uber listed was $125 million. But I know he still holds it, and Uber's gone way up since they listed. So that's probably worth $250 million from investing $25,000. So we got to get into that mindset of buying winners, holding our winners forever. And when you hold the winners forever, that's what we're going to talk about later in the show today. Teach you guys how to make real money, not play $1,000 here and $1,000 there. Teach you guys how to make real money, life-changing money, how to take $25,000 and to make $25,000 into $125 million. And if you think it's luck, because some people said, oh no, but Jason CALACANIS is lucky. I want to show you something. But this is Jason CALACANIS' portfolio, or the ones that he talks about. We're trying to get him on the show for you guys. He invested in Uber, in Robinhood app, in thesyndicate.com, Twist Startups, at Calm. Calm is the biggest app in the world today. And he invested in Calm. It's the biggest sleeping app in the world, or meditation app in the world. Huge. This is not luck.
Huge.
He's also, I mean, he has the All In podcast with Chamat. So he's just surrounded himself with an absolute beast syndicate of co-investors.
That's part of the strategy. That's part of the strategy. The network that you build, here in the chat at Banter, the network that you build on Twitter is your chamat. That's where you make your friends. You don't need to be in the same city as people anymore. You can make virtual friends, and you can hang out on places like Discord and places like Telegram, and you can make life-changing money. So that's what we're going to talk about on the main show today, because I think we've got 100 days or less than 100 days in this bull market. We've got to talk about it. We've got to talk about it. Shell, there's a Kusama breakout apparently. Let's have a look at it.
Of course there is, buddy. Of course there is. The tingles don't lie. Having a look. Yeah, Kusama's on his way.
Exactly as I have been predicting.
Guys, I see Kusama making its way to 350,
400,
400. Anywhere in that zone, I see it coming quite quickly. Remember, exactly as we just showed now on FTX, the FTT coin. Let's just see where it is. You see when you have nice big red the one side, do you see how fast you accelerate the other side? Now, if we jump back to Kusama, do you see what I'm saying? There's the big red side. Can I just stop you for 1 second?
I want to stop you for 1 second. Let's quickly do this. If Kusama goes down from $250, $65, where is it going to go to?
I don't see it going below 200, 220. Okay. I don't see us going back below that, no.
What was the lowest? What was the lowest in this bear market? In this last bear market? 140. So it can halve, right? Let's say it can halve.
Okay. Yes.
Is Kusama going to zero soon?
No. I don't see it.
If Kusama works and the market continues to run, where is Kusama going?
Huge. Let me show you.
Well, it's been at 625.
I'm going to teach guys as well how to use the Fibonacci, but it's very simple. 1618 next target if it's the bull, and the next push $900. We've been talking about $1,000. I still think it's going to go to $1,000. So
your downside is you'll lose 50%. Your upside is that you'll make 3.5x return.
Yeah. For investment wise, definitely. They haven't even started. It's huge.
I'm not a genius. I know I'm smart enough to know that that's a good trade. And I'm not saying
looking good as well. This one's looking good as well. Celsius, it's looking really nice. We're about to break a short-term wedge. We've broken the daily wedge. And what's nice about this is Celsius, the high at $8. I see us going to test that, but I do have an 8.5 to a 9. So not a massive part of your portfolio. Same thing, diversifying, but Celsius is good. What do you think, bud?
Celsius, absolute safe bet. It's not going to shoot the lights out. If you're looking to degen, Celsius is not a degen token, but you're not going to lose money. You can put your money in now and you can forget about it, and you can look at it again in a year or 2 years and you'll have money.
Can you stake your Celsius?
Say again?
Can you stake your Celsius?
You use it to get enhanced returns on Celsius. So I think it's a form of staking, I think.
Yeah, Celsius not on Binance, guys. FTX.
Okay, can we also look at people are saying CoinPanel, Sheldon? You got very angry people here that pay subscription for CoinPanel, and Sheldon then uses TradingView. Fred, tomorrow delete
FTX. I don't have FTX on CoinPanel. I would love to. Guys,
disable his.
Look at this Super. Look at this Super. I'm still very bullish on it. I think Super is still going to be a monster. So Super's looking good. I think let's get into. So guys, Kusama obviously has just taken off. I hope you guys have gotten it strong. Super's looking good. Matic is looking good. These are ones that are still far behind, and Theta is still looking good.
Enough. Let's degen. Let's degen.
Let's go.
Are you ready to degen?
Let's go. What we got?
Okay. DFYN. DFYN. And I'm going to show you. You're going to do the chart, and I'm going to show you the technicals and the fundamentals. And then you, as the viewers, can make a decision as to whether. Don't buy it because I just said DFYN. Buy it because you're going to see what I saw. And I'm going to show you this right now.
So guys, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? We just come out of accumulation phase. What comes after accumulation phase? You know, we are likely to still be catching it on the support. So now that we are catching, a lot of the ones we've been catching the last few days have been the break. We are now at the point where we can be catching it on support.
There are two real exchanges on Matic. Now, what just broke out in the beginning of the show? Can you tell me? We said Matic broke out in the beginning of the show, right?
And Kusama, yeah. Matic and Kusama.
Okay, so Matic breaks out. What breaks out next? Maybe it's going to be the DEXs on Matic. Possible, right?
Well, the same as Cardano. Cardano breakout yesterday, GERO breakout, Charlie 3 breakout.
Okay, cool. So let's do this. So now look at show me QUICKSWOP.
QUICKSWOP I have here.
Oh wow!
Even OCAM did well. I saw.
No, but let's focus, Sheldon. We've got to focus. We've got to be very focused.
Sorry. QUICKSWOP, we killed it yesterday. Look at our entries.
Oh,
that is an entry of entries of entries.
Are you saying that the one DEX on Matic has shot up?
Ryan, this thing has absolutely exploded. Yesterday's candle alone was a 90% candle yesterday.
What about the other DEX? Because there's two. It's like SushiSwap and Uniswap. So Uniswap goes up, and then who follows? SushiSwap follows, right? So QUICKSWOP goes up, and then what goes up after that? DFYN. You don't have to be a genius to work it out. You don't have to be a genius to work it out. Okay, so quickly, go back to, this is the DFYN chart. DFYN hasn't done anything. Go to the QUICKSWOP chart.
So do you see? It's accumulation. If I go there to quick, what happened here? Accumulation. We can see.
Okay, good. Now, we can just look at the stats because you want to always make sure the fundamentals are looking good. This is DApp Radar. DApp Radar will show us which tokens. It shows us all the different stats for all the different tokens. So we look at the DeFi network and we say, okay, DeFi network has $185 million in total value locked, and it has a market cap of $50 million. Okay, and then we go to QUICKSWOP, and they have 1 billion total value locked, and it has a market cap of 632 million. So just some stats. We say, hold on a second. It is about 6 or 7 times, 7 times that is the total value locked, and the market cap is about 1/12. Wonder. I wonder.
Is the rand tingles going off or what?
So this market. I'm not saying that you guys must ape in, because DeFi is very risky, and it's much riskier than buying QUICKSWOP. QUICKSWOP is the safe option. DeFi is the unsafe option. So you need to know that. But one has run and one hasn't run. And we are now looking to see which tokens haven't run yet. Because the ones that have run, I think you've missed the run. Like, I don't know if I'm going to buy Axie Infinity now. I don't know if you can buy QUICKSWOP now. I mean, even though I do think QUICKSWOP has upside.
There will be a pullback. There will be a pullback at some point.
So you have to look for the fundamentals and the technicals to align. So you say, okay, fundamentally, DeFi, look, it's not as big as QUICKSWOP. It's much, 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 much riskier. But technically, DeFi hasn't had a breakout yet. Matic's had a breakout. QUICKSWOP's had a breakout. what happens next? I mean, it's like, you don't need like a manual for this. You just need to watch the show. You don't need a lot for this. Let me give you another example. So layer 2 Ethereum. You've got the listed layer 2 Ethereum is Matic. Matic just broke out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you need to look for other listed layer 2s to say, if Matic broke out, Matic probably still has a massive breakout left. But when Matic goes up, then the smaller ones are going to run. Very, 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 very risky. So don't put a lot of money into it. But there is... don't even say that, because I'm just going to get upset with our community. But there is a thing called NAHMII. I have spoken to you guys about this before. Okay, the chart for NAHMII hasn't moved yet. It is an ETH layer 2. From a technological standpoint, it's a very, very, very strong technology. From an adoption standpoint, it's shit. No one's adopted it yet. Okay, let's be frank. But the same people that backed consensus to do Ethereum are backing NAHMII as the ETH layer 2 solution. So again, I'm not saying ape into it. I'm saying if you're looking for opportunities, you need to look at the stuff that hasn't run yet, because the big stuff that has run has run.
What's that called? NAHMII, let me see it here.
Much riskier. I'm going to say this again, because I know that one day...
Just take profits as well, Ran. If you're buying a breakout, it's okay if they're thing. Just know where to take profits. Take some profits, and that's it.
I'm saying this again because I know what's going to happen if the market dips. You guys are going to say, you called it. Guys, DFYN is super, super risky, and you should put in less than 1% of your portfolio, and you should put in a stop loss. NAHMII is risky, and you should put in less than 1% of your portfolio, and you should have a stop loss. But if that's what you want to do, if you want to make money trading, then don't try and trade the ones that have gone to the moon because it's risky. Do the other ones. Do the ones that haven't run. Look for the alternatives. It's such a simple strategy.
We've been through this already. We did it the first part of the 3 months ago. We've been through it. We need to change things up. So having a look here, I saw NAHMII quickly, Ran, if I can show you quick. Just looking chart-wise, because we need to understand why we are obviously looking. So remember what we're saying with a lot of them now. Exactly the same thing. You know, we're at the same sort of phase. So just to help you guys as well with like, how do I take profits on these coins? As if we're going to break this level, it means we're going to just go to the next. And if we break that level, it just means we're going to go to the next. So this helps you just to determine on taking profit points. You know, this just helps you determine on, you know, I've made good money. I've made a nice 30, 50, 100%. Let me take some profits. Let me move to the rest. I saw some guys saying, I'm out of money. How do I buy more? Guys, how I've done it is I've took some profits off the money I've made on the coins that I made in the week, and then I'm buying. You got to be very clever with using your money. Learn how to be good with money. But yeah, this is looking good, Ran.
Okay, people are talking about the Coty birdie. The Coty birdie will be on my show later today. We'll tell you what they said about Coty. Yeah, I mean, I do have the screenshot, but I'm never going to share the screenshot from the bird. But I will tell you what I heard. Also, we'll talk about making money and keeping money, because we have 100 days left in this bull run, even less.
And what is this? Apparently, we only have 2,500 likes. Like after all the hard work and what we've been, come on, guys.
you know what? If we only have 2,500 likes, then we just got to end the stream, because it's completely and utterly, and it's just